Welcome to 10-Minute History, where we discuss a history topic in 10 minutes or less. This week we'll be talking about Sejong the Great, the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty in Korea. Born under the name Yidu on May 7th, 1397, his eldest son was to be heir to the throne, but was removed due to rude and aberrant behavior. He was then named Grand Prince at age 12. 10 years later, the father would abdicate the throne in favor of his son. Sejong was seen as a progressive scholar. His era of rule saw a peak of cultural, academic, and scientific advancement in Korea. One of the most well-known of these advancements was the creation of the Korean alphabet, Hangul. In 1443, Sejong and 8 advisors would begin working on creating a new alphabet for Korea. Prior to this, the only phonetic system in Korea was Hanja, their name for classical Chinese. Only a select few, typically scholars and nobles, were able to read and write in the system. And the Chinese and Korean languages had many fundamental differences that made it difficult or next to impossible to accurately write or communicate the Korean language in this alphabet. Sejong's goal was to promote literacy across the country through this change. Working with his team of scholars and consulting an exiled linguist living in Manchuria, Sejong would create a simplified alphabet that made use of 14 consonant and 10 vowel sounds. Each consonant and vowel was created with a pattern that imitates the human speech organ as they speak each sound. Linguists have often praised Hangul for its simplistic, easy-to-learn nature and the uncanny way it imitates the shapes of the sounds they make. Despite its popularity and the general increase in literacy among the populace of Korea, there were those that opposed the change. Sejong would face initial backlash at the hands of the scholar elite, decrying the new system as vulgar and inelegant. This, among many of his deeds as ruler, would establish a legacy in Korea that is celebrated to this day. Some of his actions were not without controversy, however. A prominent Confucius, Sejong had opposed the practice of Buddhism in the country. He would ban foreign Buddhists from entering Seoul and reduce the number of Buddhist temples from 7 to 2. Sejong would pass away in 1450 due to complications with diabetes. It is said he was blinded by the end of his life due to these complications. On his deathbed, he asked his advisors to watch over his grandson as he feared his own sickly son, Manjung, was not long for this world as well. 2 years later, he would pass away, making his grandson heir. The region would soon destabilize as Sejong's second son would usurp the throne. Many of those close to Sejong, including said grandson, would lose their lives at the hands of the ensuing plots to take back the throne. Thank you all for watching. This is 10-Minute History. We will be back next week with a new episode. Let me know what topic we should discuss then.